O you who believe, fear Allah, as He should be feared, and die not, but in a state of a total and peaceful submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Imam Jalali Qasim, our leader, our teacher, and our best friend. In the early 1990s, Imam Jalali left his hometown in Algeria to come to the United States. He initially came to obtain his degree in veterinary studies. However, after being so involved with the Denver Islamic Society, he discovered his true passion was to be an imam.
My earliest memories of him were leading us as youth in our halaqah when we were still in high school or teenagers, young kids. So those are my earliest memories of him, and then just working with him and doing activism, going to the Capitol, doing da'wah projects and conventions, having conventions.
He started teaching the high school kids Quran, and I was in 10th grade at the time. So we started our class, and I kept looking at the clock on the wall. So there was a clock just right above his head, and I kept looking up at it, and he was getting irritated, and he told me to stop.
He assisted with Friday sermons, organized community events, and held weekly meetings with the youth. His dedicated services led him to becoming the executive director of Mass Colorado. After a few years, Imam Jalali took the responsibility of becoming the Imam of Masjid Ikhlas. He quickly gained the community's support with his charismatic and outgoing personality.
And he was very, very welcoming. He had a very welcoming personality, and he was very funny with us, and he was very, just encouraging us to come.
We had our first youth camping trip, and Sheikh Jalali was there, and all the guys were there. Every morning, first mornings we had a little fire around. We had like tea boiling and stuff, and I would just have my stick there, and I would sharpen it and stuff like that. So he was just staring at me for a couple minutes. He was like, I had this big old stick, and I was sharpen it. He's like, what are you doing with that stick? And he said, I was like, I just put it next to the fire, and I was getting it hot and stuff like that. I was preparing the stick, preparing it. And then I looked over and I got a bag of marshmallows. I put a whole bunch of marshmallows on it and just made s'mores.
His most important contribution to the community was his ability to interact and inspire people on an individual level.
The biggest lesson that Sheikh Jalali has taught me is to love the community, love your brothers and sisters for the sake of Allah, to stay active in the community, to set up programs for the youth.
He was always there to back us up and to let us know that, have fun with what you're doing. Don't think about it, or, just enjoy what you're doing. And that's what I liked about him.
The biggest lessons that he's taught me is with regards to patience, being patient, and how to deal with the tests of this dunya gracefully.
We were leading once at Masjid Ikhlas, and this was my first time there. My brothers used to lead there more, so at this time I was kind of worried that, oh my God, Sheikh Jalali is going to be in the back, and after we're done he's going to critique. And I think made a few mistakes during that night, and I was kind of worried. I was like, oh my God, here's Jalali, he's going to come up and he's going to kind of grind my gears. He's going to be like, yo, you got to pick up your game, whatever. And he just comes, gives me a hug, and doesn't say anything. I was like, wow, thanks. And he's like, no, I understand you guys go through a lot. So he was really supportive, and it really stuck to me. He was.
The community has been blessed to have Imam Jalali. Words cannot explain how much of an influence you have had on us. You led us when we were in need of a leader, you taught us when we were ignorant, and you befriended us when we needed a friend. We hope to continue on this path in the sake of Allah when you leave.
We will definitely miss you, and we hope that we'll probably see you or have you visit us often so that you don't forget about us.
I feel sad that he's leaving us because we're missing someone in the community. It just won't be the same, to not see him in the community and to not see him giving khutbahs and, just there laughing with us. So I'm going to miss him for that, but I'm going to be happy for him that he's, moving up in his career and he has a community to go to. So I'm really happy that he's developing within himself.
I'm going to be very sad to see a person like that in the community who works so hard with pretty much everybody, the youth all the way to the elders and everybody. So it's going to be very sad, but at the same time, I'm happy for him that he's going to a place to expand and grow his career further. So it's good for him, alhamdulillah.
It's tough that he's leaving. He's taught us so much, and we've been with him for so much time, and it's for his best interest that he wants to go and start something new in St. Louis, and it's good for him.
We're going to miss him. We're going to miss Sheikh Jilali. It's a big loss for our community. It's a big gain for St. Louis.
May Allah bless you and give you and your family good in this life and good in the next life. Imam Jilali, our leader, our teacher, and our best friend.